Now, my young audience, listen to me, for I will tell a cautionary tale of how a wargamer came unstuck. Hey, it's me, Galen. Galen's got Parkinson's. The, Partly because I've got no fingers to show you, because everything's packed away. Partly because I've got no paint to paint anything. I'm rambling. Well, I'm going insane. I want to keep making videos. It's the only thing that's keeping me sane, and I don't know what to do. Here goes. Now, 1974. Picture it. You can't, you're too young. Alright, I'll describe it to you. It was gloomy. I was a teenager, I was at sixth form. All day, on Friday, me and my mate, well every day, but me and my mate this Friday, particular Friday, we got lambing nights, jousting nights, and we used to spend all our time in the sixth form making up games and wargaming instead of doing any work. We still got our A-levels, so home. So we did that. And then at night we went home, walked home, and then Friday night we went to War Games Club. Got my best going out clothes on. Andy got his best going out clothes on. We met at the bus stop. We went to Elmfield House War Games Club in town with our figures. I had mine in an old biscuit tin. We had a big war game. There were met lots of people there. Big 25mm Inchcliffe Napoleonic. Went home on the bus. But Saturday was going to be different. I had a Saturday job. I worked in a tailor's. And so I went to the tailor's, and that was great because you got paid, and the stamp corner was in the same precinct. That's where the soldiers were sold. But also you got a staff discount on clothes. That was dead trendy. And if you sold certain items, you got commission. So if you were clever, you could only sell stuff that had commission on it. You could make more money from commission, and you got your pay packet. So that was nice. And this Saturday night was going to be special because it was a school disco, and there were few and far between. I'll tell you, the slim pickings for a man like me. Now, I bought some new clothes. I bought some dark green two-tone loons trousers, big flares on them. And when you wore it, flickered red and green. Oh, not like a sort of siren. Oh, it was subtle. I thought it was subtle. And I had a cheesecloth shirt. So I went home all excited. And I got ready. I put all my new clothes on. And my big platform shoes. And I splashed deodorant all over myself and aftershave. Cedar wood I used to use. The advert was like a lumberjack chopping trees down, and he used to shout, "Cedar wood!" And I never knew if you were meant to smell like the lumberjack or the trees. But anyway, that's what I used. So I did that, and I walked down to the school, to the disco, about a mile away. I went in and I bought a cup of Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola, lemonade or orange juice. And you might be able to get some crisps from Mars Bar or something. Some opal fruits. I don't know. You don't even know what opal fruits are, do you? So I'm there, and I'm all smelling like a lumberjack. I'm all in my new gear. And there's a young lady I've been talking to. And I thought, this would be my moment. I've never done this before. First girlfriend. First I saw her, I thought, right, now or never, steady the buffs. And I put my arm around her. Like that. Fully expecting a smack in the chops. This is South Yorkshire in the 70s. Lasses didn't mess about. You know, it's like grannies with a brick in their handbag. You try mugging them, you're going home with your teeth in a box. So, nothing happened. She stayed there. I thought, whoa, keep a grip. So I kept a grip. Apart from when she went to use the facilities, and then as a gentleman, I didn't obviously follow. I bought a softer drink. I walked her home through the moonlight. I even put my coat around the shoulders. I was only wearing a cheesecloth shirt in April. It was flipping freezing, I'm telling you now. Got to a door, had a little chat, peck on the cheek, good night, off I went. Now, partly because through the curtains, I could see these menacing eyes of an old coal miner, her dad, giving me the bad, glad, the sort of evil eye like that. Off I went, see you at school tomorrow. Grand, fantastic, so far so good. Why is this a cautionary tale, you say? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why now. Because I lost track of my love of wargaming for my love of having a girlfriend. And I stopped seeing my wargaming mates, and I stopped going to Wargames Club, and I stopped painting figures for a bit. But then I decided I wanted both. But it turns out I couldn't have both. There was some sort of embargo. I'd not read the small print. So Saturday, I'm going to town on my own. And I want to buy a Bebop Deluxe record and some paint from Woolworths. And a couple of figures. Whoa, no, apparently not. It's not happening. You're coming with me and we're going clothes shopping. Don't pull that face. Or sometimes even like behind the back. Stood at a bus stop. Don't pull that face. How do you not pulling that face? What? How did you know that were happening? That went on for quite a while. And I'd pretend I was doing homework so I could paint a figure. And I'd pretend I was ill so I could go to Wargames Club. But my mates were all fed up with me. They'd all moved on. They were all doing other stuff. They were all doing Essex, Mahdi's Revolt, Sudan, that sort of things. I'm old school now still. I'm still playing minifigs, fantasy and Inchcliffe Napoleonic. But my team are away, over the hills and far away they've gone. Anyway, over time, quite a time really, we drifted apart. My social group of friends at the Wargames Club and my new pal, and I went away to university and she got a job and it all went away. But here's the bit, the cautionary bit. Now, right, so I got another girlfriend, quite quick actually, but that's nothing. I'm not just one of them things. But here's the point. I made it quite clear from my opening gambit. I am a wargamer. Oh, what you like doing? I like wargaming. That is playing with soldiers. And it is not up for negotiation, right? You know when you're doing that wonder of me, what's your favourite song? What's your favourite bird? What's your favourite colour of crayon? Right? I'll tell you my favourite of everything is wargaming. I had her wargaming. And 50 years later, we're still together. And she's a role player, and she was had a fantasy army at university. She had a medieval army at university, playing lambing rules. So I won that battle. I don't think she'll ever watch this, so I can say I won that battle. Anyway, I don't know what this means. Probably means I'm totally insane and everything's gone wrong. But yeah, so it is what it is, isn't it? And I am what I am, to quote Popeye. You are you are, and Chuck.